In this video tutorial, we're going to learn how to create a table in relationship with itself. To demonstrate that, we're going to add a new table to our project, and we're going to call it employee list. Okay. Now we're going to create a relationship for this table. We're going to select the employee list table. So the table is going to be connected to the same table. Click on accept. And automatically, XtraBuild Designer will create the two types of relationship, the one-to-many and the one-to-one type of relationship. Save and close. Now we're going to go to the desktop tab and create a grid view. This grid view is going to be connected to our table. I'm going to choose employee list from this drop-down, accept, save, and now we're going to go to the relations option. By default, we're going to see the two relationships that have been defined in the database. So we will need to add a control. So we are going to click on the one-to-one relationship, click on the plus sign below, and add a Lookup Grid control. From this drop-down, we're supposed to select the Lookup Grid view if we have to connect to this control. But since we do not have one created, we're going to click on these three dots. This is going to open up the Lookup Grid View Manager. We're going to create a new Lookup Grid view. Select the employee list table, click on accept, save and close. And now from the drop-down, we're actually able to select the view that we've just created. Click on save. And now let's go to the grid view called employee list and click on edit. Now on this form, right click, choose customize layout, and we're going to drag in the object identifier, also the name, and of course the employee list. Okay. Save. And at this point, we want to add in a couple of entries. The first one is going to be called employee number 1. The second one is going to be called number 2. And in total, we're going to add 5 employees. Okay, so right now we have 5 employees, so a team of 5 people in our list. But what if we want to define a team leader for these employees? Well, we can do that pretty easily. We're going to rename this by right-clicking, choose Customize Layout, and look for the text property. We're going to change this to leader. Okay. By right-clicking on the header and choose column chooser, we're also going to drag in employee list. Okay. Now we can close the customization window, and we want to drag the employee list column that we see over here, which is the same as the one we've added in this section. We're going to use it to group our results. Select the employee list, and if you expand it, you'll see the list of all our employees. Now, if you click on the properties and navigate over here, we can rename and choose to name it leader. Okay. Now let's say that for employee 4 and 5, we want to add a leader to them. So we're going to click on employee number 4, and from this drop down, we're going to choose employee number 1, which is going to be assigned as a leader. We're going to do the same for employee number 5. Select employee number 5, go to this drop down, and also choose employee number 1 as a leader. Click on save. And as you can see, we have employee number 1 as the leader, and beneath it, we have employee number 4 and 5. If you want to go even further and add a leader to employee number 1, you can select employee number 1, and from this drop down, select employee number 2 as a leader. Click on save. And this is going to be represented in a linear way. But if you want to see it as a tree view, you will need to use a different type of view, and that is called a tree view. And in order to see that as a tree view, you need to use this kind of view. I hope this has been informative for you, and I would like to thank you for watching.